So this is an exercise I'm doing to transfer most of my sketches, the drawing. At least I thought I want to transfer it. That's the intent. I don't think it's super successful in a way where it's actually transfer one to one. It's more like I'm trying to remember what I drew on my sketchbook, and then apply it here. This is a rework of a 60 by 48 canvas, and yeah, I think it's just experimenting with the paint with the smaller brush, because I'm thinking about it as I'm drawing, kind of drawing some shapes to this. Almost removing most of the previous painting underneath there, unfortunately. But the white is actually pretty kind of thin white, so you can still see some of the drawing behind it. Not drawing, but older painting. So I'm kind of layering it. Now I'm using the darker brown again to try to draw smaller shapes into it. Just trying to figure out what kind of drawing I want to put in here. But usually what I did, basically a drawing, like a smaller brush drawing, so a solid line, but then I smudge it with a different color, maybe white next to it, so let it blend a little bit, so it's not too perfect. That's pretty much the routine here. Like, try to make the shapes and then ruin it a little bit, if that makes sense. So again, I don't have any plan at this point. It's just experimenting with the shapes, trying to figure out if the shape could work, on the right side or on the left side. But definitely thinking about have some kind of weight on it. I think right now the weight is on the right side, right bottom. It's more, a lot more shapes over there, and then definitely add more breathing space on top of that. And yeah, I mean, adding right now I'm thinking about pink, really kind of pinkish, pink and white kind of painting, with added a little bit of orange to it. I'm trying to add more contrast in the color, so I added more brighter red and orange. It didn't feel very successful though. I think because this is a little bit newer technique to me, I feel I struggle a little bit, I think. I mean, it's not like painfully struggle, it's just slower. That's what I mean by struggle. It's not as flowy as I used to feel working on this. I guess that's just the nature of trying something new. So that's perfectly okay. I keep telling myself that like, it's okay, be patient. I'm not gonna get it in the first go, so I will have to let it sit for a day or two and come back to it. So at this point I stopped, because I had to pick up my kid. So I have to go. Okay, bye. And then I come back afterwards, and luckily some of the paint dry, some of them, not all of them, which is good. The non-dry one, the one that's still a little bit wet, that means I can smudge it a little bit more. So here I try to look at, my eyes kind of freshen up a little bit, I can see something different and some opportunity that I see here and there. But so again, I think the first time I came back to it, it feels it's too washed out. So I tried to put some more contrast, like dark paint on it. So I did a little bit of chocolate sauce. Again, still pushing for that shapes I want to experiment with, different shapes into it. So I try adding more color, like this green. It's not as great of a green as I like to, so but it's there. I might tweak that later on. Again, smudging it with white, trying to blend them somehow. And when I blend it, I try not to make them like a perfect blend. It's more you can still see my brush strokes using smaller brush, so you can see a little bit more detail of a marking to it. Been thinking about color contrast. Adding more brighter white, brighter red, some pink, some blending. So yeah, keep going on that, and try to make some interesting shapes, like tone on tone on the pink, so darker pink on that to create a little bit of softer shapes in that big pink area. So I think this is good for now. It's a good exercise to transfer what my sketches and into the bigger canvas. So it would be great for you to try that as well. It doesn't have to be into the big canvas. Could be just a bigger piece of paper. Put color on it and try to figure out which shapes you like, and then try to put paint on it and apply it to your work. Okay, and have fun. Thanks. Bye.